Alan Minsky with us, Program Director for KPFK Pacifica, and the son of Hyman Minsky, LevyInstitute.org, the website. Alan, you said you were going to answer my question about the U.S. and the world economy.
Well, look,
Please.
The great hope for the U.S. economy is things like Fight for 15. Because, again, if you want a...
Fight for $15 as a minimum wage or as a living wage.
If people stand up and fight now that we're not in the immediate realm of the financial crisis, right? We're out of that particular territory. Institutions have stabilized. Everything Elizabeth Warren is saying about the need to change the institutions and then increase regulation is right on point. But really getting money into the hands of middle-class people and working-class people, I think the global economy and the American economy, it's very, very difficult for working people. And so we're at a point now where there are more people employed, but they're not making enough money. And this is across the entire world. And as long as that's the case, I mean, once you get more working people getting more money in their pockets, they can spend more money in markets, and the economy becomes. Now, leaving aside every kind of huge theoretical question about which kind of economy do we want in our utopia, if you're talking about the performance of capitalist economies on the global stage, we need to have more money in less debt and less just pressure of debt hanging on families and on working people. So right now, I think it's a great day to see the Fight for 15 going on around the country, and hopefully the political classes around the world will recognize that a healthy economy is one in which working people really have money in their pockets.
Wow, well said. So net, if we want an economy to work, we need to feed it from the bottom up rather than the top down.
Absolutely, yes.
And which means create demand. You create demand by giving people who are going to spend all of their income more income, and which is basically raising the minimum wage, raising the living wage, and thus you can stabilize your economy. But you said our economy now is fairly stable. Isn't that a warning? Isn't that a warning, Will Robinson, based on your father's theories?
I think if you get into a situation, yes. Look, do I think that's going to happen, what I said should happen? Quite frankly, no. I think the institutional structures, what Elizabeth Warren's saying, is it going to happen? As powerful as Elizabeth Warren is, do I think we're going to break up the 11 big banks? No. Do I think we're going to see the middle class return back to the prosperity of the 50s, 60s, and 70s? No. It's what needs to happen. If it doesn't happen, right, then we have an incredibly fragile economy, and your Crash of 2016 is a very important book for people to read.
Whoa. Well, and when I wrote that book, I mean, it was partly, oh my God, but it was also partly, this could be an opportunity. I mean, every crash that we've had, every major crash we've had, the 1920s, the 1850s, the 1770s, late 1760s, early 1770s, every one of those led to, terrible stuff over the short term, but major progressive transformation of this country over the long term. Right.
Well, right now, again, the fiscal solutions are pretty much off the table. By the way, Elizabeth Warren spoke about the fact that we have this terrible situation in terms of basically like liar's loans in the realm of auto loans.
Right. And they're tranching them and
right. And so that's still there. I mean, the question right now around the American economy, where every advantage has gone to the rich because we've had the zero, the free money coming out of the Fed and stuff to the financial institutions. It's worked for the people who hold assets. Is do we have a big bubble on the on the stock markets? And that's an open question.
Yeah, I think that kind of falls into the category of buzz. I think it's fairly obvious we do.
Yeah,
I was going to say something you can't say on the radio. Anyhow,
it's a pleasure.
Thank
you so much.
We'll be back.